Okay. All right. It's as if it's on cue. All right. Lawn people are here. Hi. I'm getting the show set up. Hopefully we'll see you soon. If you hear noise in the background, yeah, that's the lawn people handling the lawn. So hopefully everybody's coming in and we'll see them pretty soon. So, all right. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, Kim. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, Liz. Good morning. Good morning, CJ. Good morning, Mushley. Hi, guys. So we are back from Deadwood. Had a really good time. It was super, super fun. We did stop by a couple of tarot shops on the way there and back, so that was fun. Yes, you just caught me, CJ. You just did. So it's been a hot minute, but we are back. So anxious to be throwing cards and a little bit nervous. You guys would not believe it, but I get stage fright still before I go onto a live. I just get nervous. It's like, what am I going to do? Calm the fuck down is what I got to do. So yeah, it's going to be fine. So I've readjusted the curtains and as if like, you know, as if the 11 o'clock number strikes, all of a sudden the lawn people are outside my place making noise and doing all that shit. But yeah. So if you guys are ready to go, we can rock and roll. I can show you a few of the decks if you want to see what's going on. In my hands is the one that is the Mythos deck. It's very magazine glossy, kind of pretty, with all the Greek gods and goddesses in it. So really, really pretty. Now, I can't claim I know everything in all of any of the decks that I've got. But like they'll have themes of Greek mythology, or they will have, like I got the American Renaissance one. And that has everything from Emily Post to you name it in there. So I'm going to have some homework to be reading through some of the guidebooks and checking that out. But yay, yay. Yeah, drive safe. When you're driving and listening, that's okay. Just be safe. I needed more. You need more sax? Maybe. I'm telling ya. Okay. So yeah, the usual is going on today, and we can get right into it. Get doing whatever it is we're doing. The decks, okay, I will show you some of the decks that I got. This is one of the oracles I got. You guys have seen this before. And let me show you a few of these. This is like Thumbelina Comes. And then here's Red Riding Hood. These are going to be familiar to you. And then they have their keywords underneath. Really, really cute. Then this one, now this one is the Time Traveler's Oracle. This one might be very interesting to do in past lives. I mean, look at these. So these, I think they're going to be very interesting to see what happens. I probably have at least 630, 635. I don't know if I have 645, Kim. I don't think I do. So, but I don't know. I do offer private Zoom reads, and I also teach and have a course that you can take, and then we can follow up and do some tarot one-on-one homework type stuff with a couple of those. So, and I do other modalities, yes. So anyway, hey there, bitchy witch. Hey. So, and okay, the funny one that I got, besides American Renaissance, which is like 1800s, right? Really good. We got one called Cowgirls and Aliens Oracle. Now, hopefully that's upright. So it is hilarious looking, like really, really fun. The fact that they would pair this together, I was just delighted. I had to pick that one up. And I think this one I got in Casper. No. Casper was the other one. I'm not sure which store I got this one in. I think I got this one at Twinkle Twinkle Little Store, which was in Cheyenne. Starts with a C, you know. Yeah, crazy mix, but super fun. So that's what we got going on. I've been at 635 for months, Miss Ma'am. Well, we'll see. And then one I thought I got a duplicate of. This is the Enchanted Dreams, and this is actually what the box cover looks like, this lady. But I thought it was like the Enchanted Soul, and I thought that was the name, so I thought I was getting a backup on this one, and this was the only one that I got that was a backup. Turned out I didn't get any backup, so I'll show you a few of these. We'll see. These are big, though, and they're gilded. They're going to be tricky to shuffle. But really pretty. So, okay. Kim and Diana, am I wrong? I don't know. So, yeah, these ones are pretty. This is the Enchanted Soul. Yeah, we can just get into it. We got these ones, which are really super colorful. And you know I had to edge some of these, so I edged these. And these are called The Kingdom Within. The art's a little bit different. But it's pretty intense and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful art. So, okay. So, oh, and I got another Edgar Allan Poe deck. And no, it wasn't a backup or a duplicate. And that one is interesting. And the gilding on it, I mean, look at it. Gorgeous. I don't know if you can see how red that is. And then the art is kind of more like a cartoon type art. And then it's got some of his writing in there. So fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. So that's what we've got. So, okay. Let's see what's going on today. If you've got a quick question, go ahead and ask your question. And we'll do a few micros, 3-card throws. Lanny, will you still move in? Will we still move this year with my dad? Let's take a look. You know what? I want to go to Dark Mansion for that one, actually. Will we still move this year with my dad? Based on the energy of today, what's it feeling like? I would say yes. There's something in the cards for this. You've got the Temperance. You've got the Justice. These are something needs to come into balance. There's a karmic lesson. There's something that really needs balance. You've got 2 cards of balance here. But the truth needs to be handled first. And then this Ace of Cups. This is an emotional, spiritual type of fluid situation. And I think the answer is yes. So that's what I've got on that. Monica, will you and Jorge reconcile romantically? Let's take a look. Monica and Jorge. Oh, I got Tarot of the Cat people. I'm going to go in that one. Now, this is a oldie but a goodie for Monica. Will you and Jorge reconcile? Sun card is giving me a yes straight up. I hope you do. This is just 1 card pulled, 1 card pulled. I like to have more than that for just consequence. Let's see. We've got the Lovers and the High Priestess. I would say yes, but there's something that has been hidden that needs to be discussed and needs to come into the light. There's something that is an undercurrent that needs to be addressed. So that would be a yes on that. So, Andrea, does Jose have strong feelings for you? Okay. I will do the 3rd one for Andrea. Does Jose have strong feelings for you? Then I'm going to do my commercial. Sun card came again. Let me give this another shuffle. I think I don't have enough shuffle on that. Sun card came again, and these cards are spanking new out of the box. Let's give them 2 shuffles. How's that connection looking? Too many. 3 top cards. We got the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the 3 of Pentacles. I think there can be working together, but I think you might be dealing with a little bit of a Peter Pan, a little bit of a man-child. So it might not be that he's the one that's quick to commit. He might be promises this one, just because of these 2 cards. This is what I'm feeling on that. That's what I would get. There is an area for teamwork that it can come together a little bit better. So I'm going to give you guys the commercial so you can see what's going on. And these are some of the decks. This is the Tarot of the Cat people deck. It's a trip and a half. It's an older one, but it's like its own thing. All right. Here's what we generally do on the show. We do $20 blind oracle, $30 for the year ahead. Now, the blind oracle in the year ahead, you don't ask a question, especially on the blind oracle. You just get what you get, and whatever comes through or spirit wants to bring through, comes through. The year ahead is usually the 12 months, 2 in the center, and whatever needs clarification, that's what happens. If you want a mini read, now what you just saw was like micro, really small. Mini is 7 to 10, give or take 4 or 5 cards, depending on how nosy I want to get. Mini and a full is 15 to 20. And that's 30 for the mini, 40 for the full. This is where I get really nosy on the full. And this is where I do different kinds of spreads that you might not see in other places. So whether I'm doing the X spread or the book spread or the Emperor's Throne spread or any of those are different spreads that as the shape comes to me, that's how I do it. That's how I follow. And that's how I do my spreads. So sometimes you'll just see like the standard Celtic cross, or sometimes it's in the form of 10, whatever. Whatever wants to come through, I'm going to let come through. The bones, the crystal ball, and the past life reads are $50. Those are my specialty reads. Now, I love doing those, but recently, if you can see back there, well, you can't see back there. There you go. Back there and there. So I've got some hourglasses, and they tend to read like almost like a crystal ball type of reading to me, so super fascinating to do. I love doing those. This is how you can pay me: Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal, and it's A Feisty Butterfly, and you can see how it's spelled. It's the E before the I. I say E-I-E-I-O. Phil just always laughs at me, but that's how it goes, because that's the easy way to spell it, and there's a lot of people imitating me, so you might get scammed, so double check your spelling. So that's the commercial over. Whew, hot damn. It's warm up here today, guys. Warm, warm, warm. So if you get a read, please tell Kim what you've gotten and what you paid for and so forth. And she helps me keep my brain on straight, because once I'm in the cards, I am lost in the cards. And sometimes what we think might be like, you know, a 3 or 5 minute read goes into, you know, 8 or 10 minutes, or depending on past lives, are really long. So I used to put those at the end of the show because they're so intense. But whatever's clever. Let me get some water and we'll be on it. So the list is now open. Officially. And I'm back home. Yay. Okay, Michelle, I saw yours come through with a blind. Okay. Michelle, I want to get into this Oracle deck here. Oh, and another one I got is the Spiritual AF deck, which is really kind of fun. We're going to break that one out. Michelle can handle it. And we're going to go to the Denise Lynn Traveler's Oracle. Okay, this is how we're going. Let me put these a little bit to the side because I want more space on my desk to work. All right. So for Michelle. Good morning, good morning. Thanks, yes. And I have my good boobs raw, so we will. All right. For Michelle, the Oracle. Find Oracle. There's a few more in here. I'm not sure what that's about. This deck really likes things. I don't know if you're into fairy tales or not, but this deck really wants to be present more than the others. Very interesting. And one more. Okay. So I'm going to flip this down so you can see what's going on. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit what's going on. I don't know if that's set right. Okay. So we have the white snake of understanding. Snakes get the bum rap, but the white snake or the white of any animal is usually to do with something that's sacred, a new calling, a new lesson, a renewal and rejuvenation of things. So the white snake of understanding. We have the red rose of obsession. Wow. Okay. We have the Verde Prado about wounds. I'm going to flip these so I can see them in a second. Water and salt, truth. Wow. It feels like there is something that is the ugly truth that you've got to know, got to see, got to recognize, and this has been something you've carried too long. It's something that the salt in the wound doesn't help. It will help cleanse if you put the water with it. Why is this important? I think you've been trying... What's coming through is an effort made to try and cleanse, try and clear, try and clear, try and clear. And almost in the trying and the trying isn't allowing flow. The trying and the pushing, the trying and the pushing. These two come in super, super strong. Sometimes we have to let something go in pieces. We can't let it all just wash away in one thing. Sometimes we have to let it go in parts and pieces. And just salt on a wound, if you just rubbed raw salt on a wound, it's just going to rip up your skin. It's not going to be good. It's not going to have the cleansing effect that it needs to have. If you have saline, like salt water on the wound, it does a much better job. It cleans it out, but it allows gentle, and it allows the salt to do its job to kind of detox and take debris, take the toxic grit out of your way that's going to solve something in a better way. You need a solution. The water with the salt creates a solution. It doesn't create something hard, stiff, abrasive. So the solution is not the abrasiveness. The solution to the wound is to allow the solution mindset to be inhabited, allow the feelings to be felt, and allow it to heal a little bit at a time. You know, they say Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, nobody heals in just one day either. It's just takes time. All right, we're going to go to the Spiritual AF, pull one card out of there, and then we're going to go into these others. The red shoes, the obsession. These cards are not letting me done yet. This red shoes and this obsession is having to do with control, having to have things on your timetable. Sweetie, it's not going to be on your timetable. It's going to be on the timetable that the universe needs it to be on, and how you solve this. A little bit of time is enough. It's not going to be all at once, all at once. Sometimes there's cases where people will be like forgiving of something and they're like, well, I wish I could just get over it that fast, but I can't. But the little bit that you can get over, or the little bit of grace that you can allow the situation to have, or the lesson, even if you can only find the lesson in the difficulty of the situation, that is enough for the right now. Okay. What else are we getting? Spiritual AF advice. It's saying stay away from people who make you feel like you've had, who make you feel like you're hard to love. Stay away from people that make you feel like you're hard to love. This is what it's saying. Then I'll read the back to you. It says, even if you've acted like a big asshole, you still deserve to be around people who see the goodness in you and point it out. And if they find you hard to love, they ain't your people. Love that. Then it says, extra credit. Someone pointing out that you've acted like an asshole doesn't mean they don't love you. Figure out if you're getting tough love or no love. You'll be less of an asshole when you learn this. Spiritual AF cards. Yeah, they are not mincing words on this one. So what they're saying is be around the people that celebrate you. The people that love you enough to tell you the truth and are really legitimately on your team anyway. The obsession needs to be let go, and then the wound needs to be healed, but it is going to take some kind of time. And this is also self-love that's coming in on here. And this red wants to come in really, really big. When you have the red shoes and the shoes that were danced to pieces, somebody dancing until literally they dance themselves into the grave, pushing so hard, working so hard, trying to earn something so hard. It doesn't serve your highest good. It doesn't serve your soul. It's not something, you can't earn somebody's love. You already have enough of yourself here on the planet. You exist, you are loved, and you are beloved, and you are held by the divine. But this working to please others is not the way to go about creating the dynamic in the relationship that's going to work. Now let's see what's going on with this going forward. This feels like the fairy tale cards had the spiritual lesson for you, had the spiritual big heavy lesson. Let's see what these are telling us. This is Denise Lynn's Traveler's Oracle. Before we go, we're getting the Traveler's Oracle. We're getting Life is a Highway. We're getting all of this coming on. Life is the Highway. I'm going to write it all night long. That song is like hammering in my head. And this is the shot we got right now. Now, some people think, okay, there's past lives, and you'll get your lessons later. But we're in this now moment. We're in this now moment. And it is time to engage in this now moment. Don't be stuck and trapped in the past. Don't be lost in the past too long. It does not serve your soul to look back. There's this now moment, these lessons that you want to go forward, the things that you want to celebrate yourself, celebrate about yourself need to be amplified. This is the joyful ride. This is the joyful journey. You don't know how long you've got on the planet. You really don't. It's here today, gone tomorrow sometimes for people. You guys have seen this happen. First light, beginning a new cycle, joy and delight. Open your heart to joy is what it's saying. And then this third card coming through. Rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. This is huge. This is huge for you. It's like it's time for you to recognize this, whatever it is that has been a little bit of a blockage in the path. If it gets in your way a little bit, that's life. That's how it's going to go. Don't let it stay in your way too long. Don't just focus on that. Sometimes people can get in our heads and we'll spend the whole day wondering what the hell's going to go right, what's going wrong. And we spend all day stressing. We are the one that's in charge of what's important up here in our own heads, in our own thought process. If we want to have more joy and more light, but we've had somebody just, wreck our day, change plans. We thought it was going to go a certain way, and now we have to pivot. It's up to us to be able to do the pivot. It's up to us to choose to do this. Anything else? The Life is a Highway song keeps thrumming. The clairaudiences. Yeah, you need to get whatever music it is that's going to lift you and move your mood. We are capable of shifting our mood so easily, and we have the technology to just put anything on. It's not like back in the day when you have to go dig through your own records and put on a song that you like to listen to. No, you just Google it and here's your song, and it's like very, very easy to shift your energy. You're learning how to do this, how to modulate and transmute is important for you in creating more joy for yourself. This is something that you get to learn over and over for yourself, and it's something that feels extremely important. If you want to open up your If you want to open up your clairaudience, you need to crowd your ears with joy. You need to flood your ears with joy, with happy types of music. It's not asking you to purple wash or spiritual bypass. But for you specifically, it feels like you might get stuck on the shadow side or the work, and get a little bit lost in there and feel like you're rehashing old stuff. It doesn't need to happen that way. So that's what I've got. That's complete. Holy smokes. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I think I'm going to be in love with these. These are gorgeous. All right. Okay, now let's see what else is going on, and we'll put these in one of my empty trays over here. So we'll get that going here. All right. So Kelly is next, I think, is what that we saw. You're welcome, honey. You are welcome. So, okay, so for Kelly, yeah, those Lucy Cavendish decks, they're just beautiful, huh? The way that she does the eyes, it just is somehow, it just draws you in. There's just nothing about it. Nothing that can be, yeah, just draws you in. Kelly for a general. Now, I'm going to see if there's anything else on her questions. I saw that the payment came in, so just 1 second. I'm going to see if there's anything she wrote as the question. General is all I've got, so that's what we're doing. Kelly for a general for a full read. All right. So, let's go back here. Okay, Kelly, we're gonna go to the Kingdom Within. That's the other one of the other new decks that I got, and we're breaking it in right now, right fast. Give me some time to shuffle these. We're gonna need some shuffles. These are persnickety just a little. We're starting there. This one wanted to jump. We're going to put those back. I think when they haven't had enough shuffles, sometimes they come out too sequentially. So we're going to shuffle them again. This one is flipped. That's one of the two that I showed you. So we're going to take those out. I'm just going to re-show you these. The one below it is the Justice. We're going to take the Justice off of here. These are just refreshers. Look at these for a moment. And then we're going to go back. I don't think they're relevant. I got to honor the feel, but where it's just brand new and I was showing off the deck. Gotta honor the feel. There's something triangulating. Very interesting. Okay, we're gonna go in here and we're gonna expand out here. I'm getting triangle. Body, mind, spirit, triangle. Okay, this is how we're spreading the spread. So give me just a second. We're gonna get these out of the way. I want you to, whoa, sorry. Sorry guys, hang on. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands, the Justice card, and the Lovers. Wow. Big, big, big. The choices that you're making, the new path, the new pattern, the new family things that you're making. Now this one is showing a very modern type of art and this image of the people watching the movie and what love is supposed to be. And love doesn't always look like what it's Hollywood presented it. The happy ever after isn't happy because they suddenly got married. That's not the end of the story. It's work after that. The family, the creativity card, the passion and purpose card with the Ace of Wands. This is newly inspired energy that needs to come forward. And this is strong, strong. And this ace is saying the power of fire. And I would take that to be inspiration. There's been a lot of talk about that lately, about inspiration. How do you karmically balance and get justice and get inspiration and get the lessons that you want that create a balance of equals in relationship? We're going to look at this body, mind, and spirit. I want to get some other decks. Just 1 second. And I hope you can see this well enough. These need to move out of the way. I want my garden witch. Hang on. Okay. I want to go to the mind section. We got body, spirit, but mind is right here at the top. This Ace of Wands, this inspired mind, inspired action. We're going to take a few of those. Woo. Wow. Speed is coming through. Speed, haste, haste. Speed is coming through big on there. The mind aspect of things. The Eight of Cups, walking away from what is not fulfilling to you. And then here we have the High Priestess saying, hey, take a look a little bit deeper. This is an important one. Again, High Priestess sits at the liminal space, sits at the gate, sits at the veil. This is the mystery yet to be revealed. There needs to be a quiet space. When you walk away from that which clutters your mind emotionally, then you can have the space ready for you to let the secrets of the universe come through a little bit more strongly, be more receptive, more open, and be whispered to and hear it. You know when somebody's whispering to you, like in the crowded theater thing, and you can't hear what they're saying, and it's like, what, and you miss what's going on the screen? This is what's going on in your mind. Sometimes it needs to be quieted, needs to be quieted. Now here, this is just gorgeous. Okay, this is the Four of Pentacles, but this is a gorgeous rendition because there's so much Emperor energy in there. And what it's showing you is almost becoming stone because of holding back, holding back, holding back. This is asking you to soften and yield. The image of waterfall is coming through. I know it's trees here, but the image of waterfall is coming through. Phil and I drove this beautiful canyon, and they recommended we look at Bridal Veil Falls. And lots of states will have waterfalls that say Bridal Veil Falls. Why are they so often named that? Because of the way the fall looks like the veil over the bride's face, sitting at the veil, the mystery yet to be revealed, the beauty of this optimal moment yet to be revealed. It's the inspiration of love that wants to pull you forward, draw you forward, move you forward, new opportunity coming forward. If you can release yourself, free yourself from the stone, free yourself from this place where it's holding on too tight and allow more flow to come through, huge opportunity coming towards you. Huge opportunity, creative energy. This is creative, artistic energy and a newness coming through. Something new in the mind about how you do the relationship, what you offer, and what you create. Because you've got body, mind, and soul. And we're in the realm of mind right now, all together. Now then we've got here. This is what you want to create. This is nostalgia. Now, I say don't ever sugarcoat the shit sandwich because it's still a shit sandwich. However, that doesn't mean there's not a lot of beautiful sugary things that you look back on, you enjoy, and you remember. I'm asking you to go back to this space in your mind when you remember what it was like to be in the space of joy. As a child at 10 is a good milestone marker, but also what was the joy at when you first learned to drive? Think about this. When you first learn to drive, when you first have that independent freedom, think about those milestone markers. Another one would be high school graduation. Another one would be mid-20s, like around 22 to 24. These are moments where you have joyful moments that are a little bit different. They're a little bit more grown up, and they're a little bit more exciting as you are getting more deep into the adventure. Where adulting, yeah, it's work, but you're also glad to have your own space and not somebody breathing down your neck. You're glad to be on your own, doing your own thing. This is what's going on in the mind right now. I want to see the body and soul for you. We're going to look at that. I want to look here for the body. And then I have one more of these little, I think I do. And we'll look for that. So body, mind, soul, body lesson about the lovers. There's a balancing that comes with the justice and with the lover's card with this one. Looking at what you want to experience and the experience that you're creating. Knowing full well that this is a created thing. And whose vision was created there. I mean, we fall for the romance thing because we want to create the vision. We want to have the partnership. We want to have the pairing. We want to have choices that bring us an abundance of joy. Not just in the simplest terms, but that resonate for a long, long time. There's a depth to something that needs to be understood and honored. The heartache of the past, the betrayal of the past, the woeful pain of the past has been something that's been carried for too long, and it's time to move on. There is not just a simple one-size-fits-all when it comes to relationships. The lesson of independence that you gain from this is huge. You need to choose and follow your own heart's desire, not just have that be all you get to, not need to. You get to have things be your own heart's desire and not have it all wrapped up within your passion of who it is that you carry with you your entire life is yourself. This heart's desire is important for you to move beyond this painful stuff into this where you're standing strong on your own. This card, if you look, she's in the garden and it's lush. She is sitting pretty. She sends out the falcon, or she sends out the bird to check on what's going on, to check on how things are. She's a little bit protected, detached, and removed, but also sitting pretty at the same time. She's in her luxurious mode when she knows independently she's enough. Page of Cups comes through again. Again, you're going to be called to create. Look at this. When we see duplicate cards, you need to pay attention. Page of Cups, this is offering something new, something different. This is the stinky fish tea. This is when you go into the ocean, you get the water out, and you're like, what's this goofy fish doing in here? You're getting something more substantial, and you're being called to be creative. Anything else? Again, we're getting the Justice card. This is the double on the Justice. Different look, but it's the same card. There's something that you've carried a little bit too long. In relationship to lovers, the one-way street is coming up. The one-way street sign, one-way street sign, one-way street sign. For you, it needs to be there is more of an equal investment. You cannot just carry this with one basket empty and this carrying twice as much as it's prepared to handle. There needs to be something that gets rebalanced, recalibrated in the way that love is done for you. Now I'm going to go to this one here. Let's see what's going on here. Body, mind, spirit, or soul, justice. Karmic lessons going forward in this regard right now. What does her soul need to know in order to move forward? It's too many, but it's in there. Okay. Ha! Too many, but it's in there. Damn straight it's in there. Fuck yeah, the cards are good. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man, a moment of stillness to change your thinking, to let the new thought through. And then what do we get again? As if you needed to see it any longer. This is justice. This is karmic lessons. This is where balance needs to come in. This is the third time the justice card has come for you. The third time, honey. So in all three areas, you're being asked to balance this a little more evenly. And this, when you balance the spirit, it's going to be balancing everything else. What you did before, the heartache you went through before, the willing sacrifice over here in the body aspect, in the physical, it's part of your soul learning, part of the soul lesson. Leaving the troubled water behind and going towards what brings you peace. Doing what is right for you will bring you huge amount of peace. Surrendering not to somebody else to matter for just what their purpose is. What? Surrendering not for somebody else. Surrendering and making the sacrifice for yourself, for your own purpose, for your own desire. This is what has to happen for you. The choice for you to be in this position is a choice for and by you, not for anyone else, sweetie. And then here, the Six of Cups. Returning to your happy delight. Returning to the delight of what was your heart's desire. Letting your soul understand more about purpose and what you want to do going forward. This is huge for you. There's an imbalance in the compassion that you give to others. There's an overgiving, a desire to overgive and then obsess about something that doesn't serve you. The overgiving doesn't need to be there. It doesn't mean that you have to be a scroogey, but there's been a little bit of a balance. Now, this is being ready to protect something, and then this is ready to receive something new. There's something here in the way you're inspired, in the way you want to do and serve and be there and show up for others. But it needs to be where you square this for yourself first. Anything else? Spiritual lesson coming through for her. Oh, of course, the flux capacitor needs to be there. Okay. I'm sorry. Talking in a way that maybe doesn't make sense. We've got the body, mind, spirit on this. In the middle, flux capacitor, 2 cards in the middle. I want that other deck that I had. And where I said it, nobody knows. Where did I even put that? I need the other deck in the center. We'll grab this one. This will work. You're ready. You're ready, you're ready, you're ready. There needs to be like announcements, big excitement, big energy announcement going forward. This is ready, ready, ready to go towards your own mission, to announce what you want to do, if for none other than but for yourself. Now, the big dreams that you have, don't tell those to people that are going to squash them or rain on your parade or anything like that. Announce to yourself that you're ready, you're ready. The universe wants you throwing things up. Throwing things forward, bursting forward is the energy. It's the inspired time to go forward, go forward. You've got the Ace and the Page. This is huge, huge, huge. It's the time to be creative and go forward. Let inspiration lead you. Let your emotions guide you, not overtake you, guide you. And let inspiration lead you. Learn to balance those two things working together. The Knight of Pentacles says, do this. You're ready, you're ready. You've got this workhorse energy about you where it's strong, really, really prudent. But the prudence needs to be a little bit burnt off and you need to go forward deeply, deeply. What else? the work has been done. What I'm getting is all this preparation has been done, A little bit of unburdening would serve you. This horse might be packed a little bit heavy is what I'm getting. You're more than prepared. You don't need 15 canteens to cross this little patch of desert. You might only need 2. This guy usually takes 3. You certainly don't need 15. So sitting and preparing and preparing and preparing doesn't get it done. You need to do something different and burst forward. This is huge. Let that fire burn in your heart, in your desire, and keep fueling it, keep taking action steps that will help you move forward towards what it is that your heart desires most. That's what I have. That's complete. Wow. Okay. And that was a full read, folks. Yeah, I don't think I've done the spread in that way before. It doesn't surprise me, but okay. Not for a long time. So big inspiration energy just barely even covers that. It's huge inspired energy. Huge, huge, huge. And don't ignore when Spirit is trying to nudge you forward. Don't just poo-poo it. Don't just, yeah, another day, whatever. Well, maybe that's a good idea. No, start doing something about it. Start taking huge actions on it. This is the time when you act in your own power that it amplifies in a gorgeous, gorgeous way. All right. Let me see what we can do. Oh, right behind me. That's where I put those. Of course behind me. All right. So let's see what else is going on. Oh my goodness. Alicia for the blind. Alicia for the blind. All right. Okay. Alicia for the blind. 1 second. Pop those there. Okay, this is a strange combo, but that's okay. How often do we get strange brews? We have the vintage oracle. We have very modern cowgirls and aliens, and then like the moon cats or some kind of crazy thing. Whimsical moon cats, something like that is the name of this one. So give me just a second. Oh, well, I'm so glad you learned so much. No problem. Thanks for saying so. Thanks. Okay, for Alicia. I want one at the heart of the center, and it's going full circle around. These will be coming in as anchor points, and then these will be coming in around the circle. So you'll see the spread. I don't know why I feel like I need more space today, but definitely I feel like I do. I keep moving that damn thing around. All right. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on there. Alicia. Find Oracle. And I want to see it all in full before I do anything else. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. All right. I'm going to tip this so you can kind of see. Hopefully you can see what's going on here. Right here, we're seeing the highwayman. Now, what this one says is, I'm determined and will keep trying. But what stands out to me is the 17, which is in Tarot, the land of the star. It is where you have the realm of hope and healing and second chances. The highwayman, Old West highwayman, sometimes we're good guys, sometimes not so good guys. Sometimes just rob you blind and be plunderers. But this is one that takes what they need to take, knows what they deserve, knows what they need to have. Sometimes takes what isn't theirs. The lesson in here, if you're healing the way that you take, you know how we talked about sometimes people overgive. Sometimes people are really great to give, but they aren't good at asking for help, putting their hand out to ask for help, calling, saying they need help. and they aren't good at receiving. This is the lesson that wants to come through. You're to be showered and blessed with the gift of receiving right now. It's not just giving, 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 and you offering up. The highwayman is meant to receive. The highwayman teaches us to receive, just like Sneaky Pete the thief, the Seven of Swords. Stealthy, some people call him thief, but he lives to fight another day instead of dying, right? He does what needs done. He's strategic about what needs done. There needs to be a clarification of boundaries going on for you. Now, top and bottom, the feeling, the emotion is leading you a little bit into the drama lands. Your feeling needs to be honored as a compass, as a guide, but if you don't check your feeling and check what's around you in the environment, in the situation, you can get off track. You need to really, really honor this. Let the feelings act as the guide and as the compass, not as a dictator or taskmaster. Don't let the feelings overwhelm you and keep you stuck. None of that. They're meant to guide you to more questions. The feelings are meant to give you deeper insight. This is saying attitude of divine belonging. If you're feeling like, you know, the Five of Coins gives you that out in the cold feeling where you don't belong and you're purposely being separated or choosing to go a separate path. The attitude of belonging, knowing that you do have a sense of belonging, knowing that you create your tribe, you create your family. The soul tribe that you call forward is based on some of your feelings and what resonates with you, what is in vibrational attraction, if you want to call it that, with you. Your vibe attracts your tribe is totally what this is. And the vibe of being ready to receive, not just giving, but ready to receive, ready to enjoy, ready to be encircled. Again, this came out in a very, very circular way, just right off the jump as a circle. Ready to be surrounded, be encircled by your tribe. We're getting okay, all right. I'm getting the image of practical magic when all the women go and help. In the first one, the second one's coming out, yes. But in the first one, they do the phone tree and they get all the PTA women to help the girls, right? This circle of women that's very, very strong. Be encircled, be a part of, stand in your position in the circle and welcome others to your circle. It's time to open up. The feeling that you have that you want more connectedness, the feeling that you have that you strongly want more connectedness, important for you at this time. It needs to be honored hugely. You already know about the giving. You're never going to be called stingy. Like, that's never going to end up on your headstone in a billion years. You wouldn't be called stingy. What you would be called is strategic if you learn how to do this. And this is a good way. This is a good thing. And allowing others to help you, allowing yourself to receive is great. And calling forward that need within self instead of stuffing it down and doing something else. Important. Okay, on the sides here, we have ruling and we have meeting. Knowing and standing in your power. Again, we're getting this energy of always having to be the strong one. Some of that needs to go. Some of that is great, and it's great in a crisis, but you don't have to drive your life in crisis all the time. So this ruling, knowing what you need and standing your boundaries is great, but always having to be the strong one sucks. Big. Really big. It's not fun to always be the strong one. Nobody likes that job. Nobody should have to always be the strong one. There are times when we need to let others be strong and help and assist us. So you are learning to balance this in a beautiful, beautiful way. It's like you were taught one thing that's old and outdated, and now you're learning to welcome a new way of doing, a more gentle way of being that serves your highest good quite well. Then the meeting, the re-seeing, the seeing again, the viewing things because you've slowed it down. You aren't going to have to be the problem solver, caretaker, rescuer for the whole damn world. It's time for you to meet the others that are more delightful, the ones that take the drama off. Remember, this came up with such huge amount of drama coming through. It's time for you to allow the lightness to enter in again. Now, what are the women in this reading trying to teach? Authenticity in beauty and expression and nature. Authenticity and beauty are coming in opposite corners here. Hopefully you can see that well. There's times when I was teaching voice lessons and when I've been working to help other people sing, sometimes you hear people sing and they sing in such a pretty voice. It's so pretty, it's not natural. It doesn't sound true to them. And sometimes you got to slap the pretty off of something. You slap the pretty off a note and you get a little bit of the gravel and growl of rock and roll type sound. This is a metaphor for what's been going on. There's a little bit too much pretty going on. And the authenticity is actually far more beautiful if you allow that through. If you let the authentic, true voice sound, it's like if somebody sings in a very hooty head voice, like just hoo, 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 hoo. Who talks like that? Who sings like that? Versus somebody that's singing pretty all the time and doesn't get to sing their own song and have their own voice be true is stifling their own sense of expression. They're being muted. They're being quieted. You need to sing your own way. Allow your voice through in its truest sense. Allow yourself through in its truest sense. Allow the expression to come through, not just through the eyes, but it's time to open up your mouth, speak your truth. Open up your mouth, speak more often. Open up what you need and address what it is that you need. Speak to what it is you can and cannot do in a truthful manner. Not that you're a liar, pants on fire, but sometimes you'll be like, oh, well, I can rework my schedule and do somebody else's need. Their urgent need seems more important. Nah. No more of this. And then the nature. The beautiful thing to honor about yourself is your own sense of flow, your own natural way of doing. When you honor what it is that needs to be for yourself rather than always being the strong one for others, then you come to honor your own authenticity. You honor your own voice, your own truth. You keep yourself in integrity. And then that's when it's piercing. Piercing float notes is what I'm getting. It's those notes that are beautiful. They float, and they are the ones that, there are certain ways that music can move that will make you have chills, or will make you actually, feel like you could cry. This kind of things is when that authenticity comes natural to you, that it is piercing, it is raw, and it is powerful. Very, very beautiful, and ready to let that go. If you can just make a slight adjustment in how you're doing, stand for yourself, stand strong for yourself without having the being strong be the burden, if that makes any sense. That's what I'm getting. And allow more than what's going on with the eyes to be seen. Allow what you want to speak to not be submerged any further. That's going to slap the pretty of accommodation off, if that makes any sense to you. That's complete. When music brings you to tears. Yeah. It's because you very much dial in and you tune into that. You can also use that as, you know how some people get a cut or a scrape and they slap Neosporin on it? You can slap some music on something. You can slap music on something to heal your heart and let yourself move through things very quickly emotionally if you take the time to do it. You can use music as a salve for your own soul. Everybody can, but you in particular know how to do this. So if you need to have a good cry, a good sad song will do the job. If you need to shift out of a funk, then maybe you put on Pharrell's Happy, whatever it is. You know how to do this, and you know exactly. And it might be that you even get like 8 measures in, boom, done, ready to go. You'll know. It might be that you need to sing awfully and have snot running down your face and move through it, and you release things. That's what we've got. It's gorgeous. Really gorgeous energy that came through for you. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. And what a strange combination. The mystical cats, the vintage oracle, and then the cowgirls and aliens deck. You just never know. But, hey, if you have pretty much the card library and can go into it, you go into it. Well, good to see you too, Michelle. Good to see you. I'm glad you're back. I'm so glad. So glad. You saw 444. Okay. Alicia, something about the 444 that people forget. When you're setting up something to do that, you're also opening some sort of portal because you've set up the beginnings of the foundation. Just so you know. It's not just synchronicity. It's not just things that you've set up the beginnings of a foundation. You've set up some stability for yourself. It's a beautiful thing. So when you guys see that, be aware that that's what that sometimes can mean. And pay attention. You don't have to look up whatever this number means. Pay attention to what's going on and check your gut, check your heart, check what's going on. What's going on, or what are you longing for in that moment when you're seeing those repetitive numbers is often a big way that the angels or the guides are trying to get through. Okay, let me go to the next one. Renee for a mini. Okay, you're back to tarot class with Stephanie. Yay! I'm so glad. I am so glad. Good, Michelle, good. That's excellent. Okay, so 1 second. Kim, I just had that and then it just left the building. Firefly Danny, are you staying or going? Hang on for a second. Career-wise. Okay, got it. Got it. I got it. Just wanted to make sure I'm on that page. Got it. We're going to go tarot with Moon Garden for you. That's very interesting. This has the most friendly size cards I've seen in a long time. They're almost like extended business cards, but they're really, really beautiful. She's staying or going? Stay or going? Okay. Clairaudience is big today. Lucy is telling me that's all right, dear. Lucy's reassuring me that it's okay if I have lyrics that are screwy or out of date. That's all right, dear. It's coming through. The clairaudience is coming through. The message is coming through in the way that it needs to. What I'm getting is you're going. I'm getting Sound of Music, and I don't know what the name of the oldest one was, but I fly. Something that she's seeing. One of the Van Trapp kids, the oldest Van Trapp daughter, I think is the one that did this. It's time to fly is what I'm getting. Yeah, fly is what I'm getting. Yeah, I've got a butterfly on the back of my shoulder, and underneath it says the word fly, and it's flitting and flying. It's time to go. Oh, getting time to say goodbye, coming in. Yes, yes. Something big is opening up. Think of the way the music in Time to Say Goodbye swells. It just swells so big. And it's like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It swells. You're in that building space of momentum. The repetition has gotten bigger. The repetition has gotten bigger. The cycle has gotten bigger. It's bigger. It's bigger. And it's opening. It's cracking open. It's a big, beautiful da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like big, big, big. I don't want to blast you guys because I know you guys will be in various places. But that's what's coming through. Yeah, yeah. Listen to the Time to Say Goodbye. And listen to the music. It's not even just so much of the words, but it's the cadence, it's the rhythm, it's the drumming, and it's the opening up. This is huge. Ace of Cups, new opportunity for growth and love coming towards you right now. Now in the center here, I want to show you what I got down so far. I've got these 4 in a group and these 3 off to the side. These through, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, this circular pattern, it's like wheels moving forward. Yeah, Page of Swords has to come through. The truth that he's witnessed, he's seen, the things that he's ready to do, ready to move forward, knows the truth. Communication, be careful on that right now. You might communicate kind of like a little bit of an asshole. You don't want to, but you're clear about what it is you've seen and observed, what you've witnessed, and this is the time for the clear truth that you need to carry forward to be carried forward by you, for you. This is that 4 coming through. That number 4 for repetition is going to come through for a lot of us, but this is coming through as setting up this opportunity, this threshold, this doorway for you to cross through. There is a door, an opportunity being set before you right now. Know your mojo coming through. The sun's coming through, shining on you, saying, yes, yes, go forward, go forward. New opportunities, much abundance and happiness. And then know your mojo. This is really know your power. This is being approachable, understanding what it is. And this one, sometimes she gets a bum rap because she's insistent on having her way. And that sometimes that stubbornness is seen as a liability when it's really an asset. She insists on having things her way. She knows her worth. She knows her value. She's not going to settle for things that are not serving her. The Wands are all about territory, right? They can be very, very inspired and about territory. My way, my way. She insists on having them her way. Not because she's just, bitchatron. No. It's because she knows, damn it, what she deserves, and she doesn't have to be playing poor little match girl any longer. She just doesn't. Yeah, it's time to go forward for you. The cards are just giving me this, and this time to say goodbye is coming through so strongly. It's time to fly. The separation is coming through here with the 5 of coins. The 2 of staffs, making a new plan, the world in your hand, and the world getting bigger. Frequently, the song that comes to mind with this is Reba McEntire's Is There Life Out There? There's more beyond what's going on in your hand than you can even see. And yes, absolutely it is. You need to make the plan, take the steps, and take the action steps to move forward. It is time. 6 of staffs saying, yeah, you're going to be victorious in this. Riding high, being seen to do what needs to be done to take care of you. My gosh, I wish I had a second of this deck. Anything else that we need to know on this? I'm getting that there's going to be some assistance for you coming forward. There's assistance coming through for you. If you can do this in the gentle mode, if you can soften the mode so the color is not so brilliant but more pastel, so the emotion is not so forceful and bold, but the action is bold, the action is bold, the emotion is not. So you're doing it in a way that comes through as pastel. If you think of the color purple, Lucy's in the house right now and she's giving me, if you think of the color purple, a little bit of whiteness will soften this out. This is the brilliance of white, the white light, the truth, the salve that comes forward. This is what makes the sparkling nature of what would be the lavender. This is important for you. This is how you can speak your truth with a little bit more gentleness. The emotions don't need to overtake. The emotions are powerful. The action needs to be powerful, but there needs to be a tempering of them. A tempering of them while still taking the bold action for self in order to move forward. What else? There will be a guide coming through for you. Look to the color lavender. I do not know what that is about. Yeah, lavender, and then something about the birch trees or the aspen trees. These trees coming up big, big, big. She wants me to show these to you. I don't know if you can see them. But it's like little pieces of paper and birch and aspen trees and a guide. This is where you can go in your mind, where you find your guide. There's somebody coming through for you as a guide. There's also somebody coming through to help and assist that's in the mortal plane, in the mortal realm. So that's human. What do we need to know about? Yeah, 3 of Wands. There's a little bit of patience that is necessary. It feels like they're on their way to you to help you and assist you at this time. Somebody that would travel distance or has not arrived in your realm, in your atmosphere. They're not in the environment around you right now. They are in your field. They're not in your immediate environment. They are on their way. What else? Ooh, King of Pentacles. Whoa, ha, ha, whoo. Fuck yeah. King of Pentacles, show me your plan and I'll back your play. That's what this one says. He's disciplined. He knows what it takes. Over time, he's built his wealth. Over time, he's built his kingdom and created more structure. Ugh. It's doing something on my phone. Hang on. I don't know what this is doing. There we go. It's saying that there's inactivity. I don't know what's going on with this, guys. I'm so sorry. 1 second. I'm trying to get this figured out. Okay. All right. It's saying this will end in 4 minutes. We'll let it end in 4 minutes. Just fine. I'll go back in. If it ends, I'll step back in. Hopefully you guys can see this. It's like it's tinted and I can't see this. It's King of Pentacles. I'll step back out and back in because I want this to be right and I want you to be able to see this. This King of Pentacles is important. We're coming right back. I don't know why that's doing that, but hang in there, okay? I'm going out and right back in because it's not letting me do anything else. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Oh, there's the puzzle, finally. Hang on. See what happens. Okay. Okay, we're back. Ha, guys, we're back. It just wouldn't bring up that puzzle that it usually does on that. Okay, King of Pentacles, important for your read. King of Pentacles, he's the one, show me your plan and I'll back your play. He's the one that over time has built his wealth. Over time has built what he needs to have security, to have all of his basics met, his needs met, and also have his gift of ruling his own kingdom and have it feel stable, welcoming, inviting, and prosperous. This is what's coming to you. This is, yes, you're taking the time to fly. Yes, you are going to move forward. Yes, there's going to be things happening. Somebody coming towards you that brings more stability, not more anchoring, heaviness, weight in that kind of way, but will ground you. Somebody that brings more in a way that helps you feel grounded rather than trapped. Huge, huge difference between the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, right? You're not stuck. You don't have to be so dependent on this person. He comes to assist. He does not come to take over. He does not come to be the solution. He comes to assist. He can help back some of this. He can help support some of this. And this does feel like a masculine human. We were in that mode with Lucy, and she was giving us mortal Lucy. There's wisdom in this way that this one presents words. This one has the wisdom of the fathers. Fathers can be, when you've got the good daddies or the grandfathers that are good, they will be very protective and sweet and not domineering and not anything that's stifling. They will encourage and they will say, you can do this, kiddo. You got this. This kind of energy. They will encourage and they will provide support. They will provide an ally. There's that song, Where Have All the Good Men Gone? I need a hero, holding out for a hero. This hero, keep him in the father realm rather than the romantic realm, and you'll be able to see what's going on, and you'll be able to honor the wisdom of somebody that's gone before by learning instead of having to make that mistake yourself. Now, what else do we have? Ooh, these went out. Let's see what we got here. First, 10 of Cups. This is happy ever after energy. The happy after you get all your wishes fulfilled. The happy after you complete the lesson here. And then these three. The 10 of Staves. After the wishes are fulfilled. Putting the burden down. This is something that is old that you can set down. This is something that you're almost there, honey. Judgment, second chance, and higher self-calling. Be true to yourself. Really, really honor this calling. This is resurrection card. This is made wholeness, at one-ment, right? Atonement, if you want to get all Christian about this. This is hearing your calling and going for it and knowing that you have to answer the call. This is also, if you want to look at it this way, it's the universe giving you a big clue on what's in your soul contract that you've forgotten, but now you're being asked to remember. Knight of Swords charging forward and shifting out of the page mode into the knight mode. Huge, 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 huge. This one sometimes is considered reckless, but he charges forward with the sword of truth and he wins, he wins, he wins. That's what this one is about. Anything else? Charge forward. The time to say goodbye is coming through again and again and again and again and again and again. Ad nauseum. Yeah. Listen to the momentum of that song. The lyrics will be great, but it's the music in there that will get you that movement that needs to be going forward. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy cow. This is Tarot of the Moon Garden, and it's huge, 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 huge. Anything else? Lucy's giving me slippers. It's like a ballerina slippers. They're a little bit, they're white. Slippers of the prima ballerina is what's coming through. So it's saying that you can step gracefully through. Yes, yes. Step gracefully through into the next stages. You're going to be just fine. Don't worry so much. Even if you feel like you don't know all the path that is before you, you're only taking one little smidgy mincing steps at a time, but they are still moving you forward. That's what I've got. That's complete. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Lucy. All right. Okay. All right. So who's next? Kim, if you let me know what's going on, that would be so helpful. And I'll get a little bit of water. Carol Ann Blind. You got it. Okay. How are we here? One second, Carol Ann. Okay, we've got a tarot deck coming through on this one. Then the Chakra Wisdom, this is like Chakra Wisdom Tarot, Chakra Wisdom Oracle, two different authors of these cards, and Cosmic Dancer coming through for Carol Ann. So that's what we've got. All right, let's see what we've got. I don't know why we're getting these. I'm getting, there was a crooked man with some kind of crooked blah, blah, blah poem. But the idea is that there's this crooked little man. The visual I'm getting right now is this crooked man with this little crooked stick, and he's walking down the crooked path and blah, 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 blah. Something like all of your chakras are out of alignment. You've got like, your back needs straightened. Your curvature of your chakras needs realigned and re-straightened. There's something in the base that has been slightly wobbled, creating more of a wobble than is necessary. Like you need a chakra chiropractic. I don't know who can do that. I know how to do that in the land of massage. When I did massage and went to massage school, I knew how to do some of the alignment work. But this is like the best metaphor I can give you is Seek out a chakra alignment for yourself. Something's off, particularly in the red and orange chakras. All right. Start there. You got to get the base first. In massage school, when we learned, we did like this class where you had to see how the body stacks on itself, and you have to see like if people are walking with their feet turned in or if their feet turned out. If there's a problem in one side of the foot, one side of the ankle, then pretty soon the problem's up in the hips, then pretty soon problems up in the shoulders. It's all connected. The chakras, on the very energetic level, it's all connected. What comes up? 9 of Wands. There is resiliency, but you've been burdened long enough. This is like standing your ground, standing your ground, standing your ground to the point of defensiveness. And this is letting some of the defensiveness be moved out of the path and letting the resilience come in its place instead. This grouping here went through, and we're letting the whole grouping through. Blue. It's all blue. We've got 5 cups, 5 wands, Knight of Swords, and the Emperor. The question coming through is, who did you give your power to? The power that you have for your resilience, you've given a little piece of your power here, a piece of your power there. 5 of Cups, it's like sadness and grief and sorrow, and then compare and contrast and competition all over the place. There's been a real sadness and sorrow and loss about something. Then this is usually the young boys fighting. This is competition. It's like you aren't playing in the pageant game. You aren't playing in the pageant game of trying to compete or have yourself measured against the other. Only measure against self. Only measure against self. You've given the power of the Emperor to somebody else, and it's like it's time to reclaim this back. It's time to, rather than being the woman in the background, you be the ruler. You be the emperor. You be the one that is running the show. You be the one in charge. This is about reclaiming your integrity of your soul and spirit when you've given too much power in somebody else's hand. Whether you're reorganizing your schedule, or whether you're putting somebody else's, their need is more important than yours, or whether you think that you have to wait for them to create what is going to be because they're better suited to it. Sometimes we have friends and family that are way better suited to certain things. That doesn't mean we shouldn't employ our own skill set at what it is. So yes, I have friends that are better builders that have helped me build and create things here. Yes, I have my friend that is brilliant cook, brilliant decorator, brilliant at all of these. But that doesn't mean we sit around waiting forever and forever. We have to be independently ruling our own realm, creating our own power structure right here. This is huge. This is the blue chakra. Throat chakra needs work. This one, you know when people want to speak up and they're clearing their throat and they say, you can't just silently say and clear your throat and think that that's going to get attention. Hey, that's going to get attention. Speaking your voice, letting the power come through and demanding it, being insistent and resilient, demanding it of yourself first to speak your truth in that loud and that sharp way when it's necessary. Sorry about that, guys. But that's what's coming through. This other packet to this side we're going to read, and then we're going to go into the oracle. Queen of Cups, 6 of Wands, Wheel, and the Devil. Ooh. You've been taught that your voice doesn't count, your voice doesn't matter so much, and it sure as shit does. In fact, you light the world on fire when you use it strongly, rather than buying into somebody else's lie. The Wheel of Fortune is saying your heart is letting this come through, and then the indigo, right? Third eye chakra. Queen of Cups, 6 of Wands. The victory is there when you honor the intuitive side of yourself, the intuitive side of your nature. Now let's see what these chakra cards have to say, and then we'll go into the Cosmic Dancer, because you've been dancing all along. It's time for you to lead the dance, to call the dance, as if you were the person literally calling the dance, like they used to do in olden times, in the old days, when people would say, okay, I don't know what, promenade 3 steps or whatever. Somebody calls the dance like a square dancer, or calls this is going to be a waltz, or this is going to be, you need to be calling the shots, calling the dance. There is this sense of overprotection of self that needs to be a little bit, let the vulnerability be there in the right place for yourself to be insistent on this. This one is saying, chakra balance, peace. Through every breath and balance emerges the greatest sense of peace. I'm just going to hold that for you to see. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is that yellow energy, but it's a very mellow type of yellow energy coming through. It's not so much you have to be individual. You have to be creative and insistent on what it is you need in a way that serves you, in a way that you might not like doing more than, you might be the one that, yeah, hey, yeah, did you know? But a little bit of more power needs to be there. A little more feistiness, not necessarily conflict and confrontation, but a little more feistiness on your own behalf. Wolf energy is coming through big, big, big. Wolf communication, notice your ability to convey ideas through words and expression. You've got to speak more. A lot of blue, blue, blue energy coming through for you. Hugely so. There's a song that's called Speechless. It says, I will not be silent. This is something you're learning to honor, and this is something big for you. This is coming through in a big, big way. Yeah, not being silent. This is letting your voice be heard, standing up for what it is you need. And then one more coming through is saying, the goddess of vibration and truth, allow all your words and actions to reflect your truth. There we go. That's what's come through here. I'm going to pull one from the Cosmic Dancer, and that will be complete. Holy cow, I didn't expect that, but that's what we got. You know, I often say, don't doubt the cute decks or don't underestimate the cute decks. This deck is pretty frou-frou. Pretty frou-frou magazine, kind of princessy, right? Don't underestimate a tarot deck. Even if it's not your first go-to, don't underestimate it, because the truth of the tarot runs through them all. Don't underestimate your ability to tap into the intuitive thing that you see around you, that you're ready to see, you're ready to observe, you're ready to call forward for yourself. Don't ever underestimate it. Be present. Be present. I can't say it any clearer than the cards can. Of all the cards that are in my collection, this is what's coming through. Get very, very still about what it is that you need. This was spot on, and you had to let go of someone who silenced you for years, and his sisters. Yeah. Yeah. Let your own voice be heard, and take whatever has been the lesson, even if it's been a painful lesson. Take it as the lesson and move forward the best that you can, and honor what it is that you need in the moment. Get still with yourself. Get silent in your own space, but don't let others silence you, right? And then declare what it is for yourself. Declare and proclaim that this is yours. Declare it as yours already. Take ownership of that which it is that you want to acquire. So, yeah. Wow, be present. Say it loud for the people in the back. Be present! Yeah. You are to be here now. We are here in this, like, so amazing place and time that has taken eons. And if you go back, like, the earth science and geology, and you see how much must have gone by as far as time to get Earth to be the planet that it would be so hospitable for us to come to. And we don't realize, it's like very much our town, that play, our town. We don't always realize the beauty of living in every moment. We get caught in our human dramas and our human this, that. But we are here on the biggest, hugest adventure that we can be in the now moment. So we're here to clear a lot of the past life energy. We're here to do some prep work for what's coming ahead. And this is where we're supposed to be in the adventure. So that's what I've got. Holy cow. Yeah, that's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And holy cow, it's going to be coming in strong for you. All right, let me get some water, and we'll see Michelle for the year ahead. Just give me a second. All right. Okay. I want that Cat People deck again for Michelle. Give me a second. Here it is. It's the Tarot of the Cat People. It's an old school deck, but I want to shuffle this a lot. You're welcome, Carolina. You are so welcome. All right, so let me fix this. Not you, Michelle. Other Michelle. Got it. Let me get some water. 1 second. Need a little bit of water. Okay, I'm getting called to the Time Traveler's deck and the Parthenon. Very interesting. And then we've got the Cat People. So we're going to go in the center with at least 2 of these, and I don't know why. This is very oracle. I don't usually go in there. All right. Yeah, I'm getting rebuilt the Parthenon and Chinese wall. Seen armies conquer, seen armies fall. Don't know what song that is. You guys will know. This is something before the Parthenon, the time before the wisdom, the old wisdom coming forward, the old oracles coming forward, the old wisdom spilling out as if to take a cauldron or a big bowl that has all the goo and all the mysteries that you would scree and sear and look within to see in that bowl, and dumping it out fully over you as if it were to infuse your soul with more of the divine seeing. Leadership from ancient Egypt is coming through. And deliberation at the foot of Lao Tzu in China. This is old, 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 ancient. There's one more coming through. Patience under the Bodhi tree in northern India. There's something about this sitting, and there's something again about this steaming cauldron, this hot cauldron that's roiling and bubbling, and it doesn't feel like it's at a crazy, crazy bubble. It feels like a rolling boil, a small rolling boil. This is what's coming through. Again, the leadership and all of this coming through. Let's get into it. All right. Tarot of the Cat, people. What do we got? And we'll probably clarify with just a regular Rider-Waite, I think. Yeah, that seems right. Okay. August. September. October. We're starting in August. I don't know what the hell's... Well, I guess we're at the end of July. That's why we're starting in August. August, September, October, November, December, January. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, let's start here. Okay. In August, we have the Six of Wands, the victory that is seen, the victory in the way you're riding high. There's something about the way that you're presenting to the world where you will be victorious, but you need to be very aware of what it is that's underneath this, what it is that you're riding upon and what is under you. This is be sure of the horse that you ride. Coming in, this is August. September, we're getting the Ten of Wands, putting the burden down. Something about recognition. Now we see this card when we see them riding on the horse, and it implies recognition of other people seeing you in the lead, like in parade, wave mode, hi. But there's also a recognition that comes through here, a recognition as an insight as you're writing and as you're seeing how people view you, see you, and how you see them. You're seeing more of that dynamic and that interplay and what you want to set down. It's like you're almost ready to get off the horse, let somebody else take some of the workload of being parade wave for a while, letting someone else be in the point of representing, so you can step down, let somebody else represent, so you can move forward. So this is August, this is September, October. We have the Queen of Wands. Then you become in this queen mode. You're just more approachable. This is the one that's all the mojo, and this is, you need to be receptive to those that are coming forward and towards you. You don't need to be out writing everything. You need to be ready to receive. I'm getting ready to receive, ready to attend. So we've got August, September, October. I want that other Rider deck or another deck. Hang on. We're going to go into Marchetti. Now, I have 3 of these, but this is the one that I want with this, and I don't know why. Well, okay. Ooh, 9 of Coins. You're getting independence, but you need to be ready to receive. She is powerful, powerful. This is the one that's usually in the garden, and she's sitting pretty. She's really well set. She's been sitting pretty for a long time. So when we get this clarification we've got August, September, October. She's got this Coins energy. This tells me the money is right. Your situation in October is going to be quite good. You're going to be doing all right. This is the one that has luxury. This one is also the one that is super, super fiery, inspired, and ready. But she receives, and I'm getting almost receiving in the way of receiving visitors, receiving guests, being open to others coming towards you, being receptive in not just the heart and the energy space, but like maybe hosting somebody coming in October. It feels like receiving visitors in October. Okay, we're going to November, the Three of Wands. Now, November is showing us this Three of Wands. This is where we're waiting, waiting, waiting. What else are you waiting for? There's something you're waiting to clear at the end of the year. Whoa! And the Devil is coming up in December. Whoa! So, Three of Wands, waiting for this Emperor energy, and then there's Devil in December. So we've got November here, December here. What is it that it needs to be let go of? Are you waiting too long and it does become toxic? Waiting for somebody else to make a move, waiting for somebody else to be in charge, waiting for the Emperor to show up when you yourself should be inhabiting the energy of the Emperor. It's coming through a lot, isn't it? Very curious. The Devil energy. Anything else she needs to know about this Devil in December? I'm getting two cats in a street fight. And okay, I can only tell you what I'm getting. I'm going to show you this card and then I'm tell you what I'm getting. If you have these two cats, like in cartoon format, in a street fight, as in almost they're like in gunslinger mode. So two cat cowboys, I've been in Deadwood too long. Whatever. They're coming in and it's like these two cats want to argue and squabble and fight and old toxic thoughts, old toxic pattern, one versus the other, one versus the other. It might be two shadow patterns that you're needing to let go of in December. The way you thought that the holidays need to go, the way that you thought the end of the year needed to go, the things that needed to be separated. It's like these two cartoon cats that are just squabbling, almost like they're having a pissing contest or a power struggle when it's so unnecessary. There needs to be more clarity. And when you see it for what it is, when you see it as like just the two cartoon cats, remember this. Remember this card, and then remember two cartoon cats that fighting each other. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely silly. It doesn't bring you anywhere forward. Let these two toxic beliefs or thoughts that used to serve or used to be, or something that you just kind of chained to and it got comfortable for a while, time to let it go. Time to move beyond it. Time to move forward. Really well and truly time to move forward. Queen of Cups will help you through this. Okay, I'm looking at this card and Lucy's wanting, I'm wanting Lucy to come through, but Lucy's wanting to defer to Nell. So in December, I'm getting this deference to Nell, deference to playing. She keeps pointing, Lucy keeps pointing to Nell. Nell is always coming through in like the most child manner, the most playful manner. The lesson of the starfish comes through just by very nature of her hair, but also the lesson of the ocean and the splashing and the playful energy. This is what needs to come through rather than having those cats arguing and squabbling and fighting. What's coming through is this need to have it be playful again, to connect and allow play to come through once again. Allow your intuition to lead. Let go of the petty shit. Who gives a rat's ass anymore on the petty shit? There's just no time for it. Love needs to be abundantly flowing, and the playing and the energy of playing needs to come again. There needs to be connection again to one who was lost. Yes, yes, yes. Nell's like jumping, stamping. She's not just marching, stamping. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. One who was lost, find again, find again. She's saying circle back, find your friend. Find your friend. There's a friend that you've lost in the course of these last few years, that there's a connection that needs to come through a little bit stronger. I'm not sure what this is about. Hop, skip, jump time. Hop, skip, jump time for me takes me to 3rd grade, 4th grade. And when these little victories, hop, skip, jump as far as you could was the biggest thing. Hop, skip, jump time. What is that about now? She's showing me leapfrog too. These are games that are childlike games, childlike ways of doing things, enjoying and engaging in play once again. This is an older portion of yourself, older than just the child self that you have known in this earth space time, to again go back to this childlike self that was there in many lifetimes that needed a little bit more presence. This is what's being asked to come forward rather than the contention or the strongly held belief of old that needs to be outgrown, that needs to be let go of. That's what's coming through in December. In January, the Knight of Swords. Charging forward, huge, big time charging forward. Knight of Swords. You'll be ready to release and move forward and move free of something. 4 of Swords. These cats are no longer at war. This childlike cat stuff is no longer at war. There's a retreat, a self-care that's absolutely necessary, and it puts you in such a good energy. This is self-care retreat. This is taking time for stillness, for self, but this is what happens. These cats and those around you are no longer contentious. They're very much more peaceful coming in February. This energy of love is more abundant there. Taking care of yourself and letting go of the bullying patterns, letting go of the bullies around you. This is the one that wins at any cost. And sometimes we don't win at any cost. We just say we're done. We just step off the field. It's like if somebody's cheating at a game, you don't want to play the game anymore. You tell them, hey, I caught you cheating. You're not doing this again anymore. If you're going to keep cheating, then I'm not playing. And sometimes little kids, you really have to be like ready to hold your ground. If they're playing Candyland, they just want to win. They're going to cheat. They're going to cheat. It's like, nah, you keep that up. I'm not playing. So it's like you have to walk off the field. You're not going to play that game. You won't engage. It feels like in some regard you engage so differently that they're just, you don't even have room to be uptight about it anymore. Panties officially unknotted. That's February. March, Three of Swords comes through. Now, Three of Swords, this is a heartache. Sometimes people be third party, betrayal, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. This is a heartache. This is when the heart has to get wise. The heart has to be learning. The heart has to recognize what it's grown through and what it's gone through in order to heal. And sometimes you have to let the heartache be there, be felt, and understood. And understand your role in it. Understand when it's time to let those swords teach. Yeah, it's stepping off the field for something. What else about this heartache? What else does she need to know? What you need to know is you're the cat that has the cream in here. You're like the crazy cliches of being the cat's meow, but the cat who has the cream is coming through. And if you look here, there's the cat underneath it all. The cat who has the cream, who has the lesson, who has what they know, what they need to know, already there, and recognizing what it is that you have. Again, we're getting a reference back to the Four of Swords again. Now look. So February, you were there. Self-care, self-care, self-care. Something happens that you have to get off the battlefield, and you have to be able to accept that sometimes things are not going to be, people are not going to be showing up in the way that you would prefer them to or that you would like them to. Sometimes people's capacity just isn't there. Sometimes they aren't that deeply invested in what you thought they were, whether it's how much they want to play a role in your life or how much they can play a role in their own life. Their capacity isn't there. And you need to take care of yourself and not have it be expedient that other people fall into what you thought they would do. It feels like there's somebody that disappoints you. And when you can realize that's just the limit of their capacity, it helps you move forward through it a little bit easier. Okay, so we've got February, March, April, Two of Coins. This is balancing, a little bit of lack, feeling a little bit of lack, and juggling. This is actually a learning time for you to learn the lesson of balance. Where we have January, February, March, April, and we've got the Two of Cards balance. This is just Angie on the cautious side saying save. I mean, April is tax time for everybody, blah, blah, blah. Save, squirrel your money a little bit away, so the imbalance doesn't feel quite so big. So if your Oh Shit fund is $5 or $10 or $50 or whatever, save for your Oh Shit fund so it doesn't feel as out of balance, because there will be an act where you need to be able to juggle things around. There will be an action that needs to be taken to recalibrate or rebalance. April, May, June, July. These want to come in together. May, June, July want to come in together. We've got the Four of Wands, we've got the Sun, and we've got Justice. And I love these. This is serendipity, synchronicity, a readiness to go stepping through the portal. This is weddings, graduations, and births, new celebrations. Really, really at the threshold and ready to step on through. The beginnings of stepping through the new threshold with the Sun on it. Huge, 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 huge. This is new awarenesses. So we've got April, May, June, okay? June, straight up Sun. Summer, next summer, huge, huge, huge. You will have come full circle in some way. And then July, Justice will be there. July, things are going to feel like actually quite calm. And the balance that is rightful to be there, the karmic balance, where you kind of had to have things like I told you, on finance, on other avenues of things, there will be things trying to come into balance in April. In July, it's there. It's there. And maybe it's not exactly perfectly balanced because the universe is always in flux, but it is there. The justice is there. The karma is there. What you put out coming back to you in a good way in July. Anything else? The Magician has learned. The old magic comes forward for you right now. The Magician has learned. The leadership that you are able to do and the deliberate choices you make and your patience throughout the year empowers you to go beyond the level of magic you have been creating in the past to something that's deeper and simpler. I don't know what that is, but it is deeper, simpler magic that you know how to work, that you know how to do. You know how to bring forward in a different way. You're setting things up in terms that make more sense to you, that make things rightly calibrated for self. What else? Soul lesson in the center here. Being celebrated, not tolerated. And this is really lifting a glass to your accomplishments, honoring your friendships, and honoring what is it about the friendship energy that you love so much. The way you show up for others is getting reciprocated towards you over and over, not because you're overdoing, but because you're rightly doing. You're rightly doing. There is a blended harmony coming together in a perfect way that many part harmony. I don't know. Many part harmony is what I'm getting. It's like when you have harmony, usually you have a duet, you can understand it, or you have a trio and you understand the harmony. This is many part harmony. And they landed high and dry. Yes, okay. If you ever heard something split into 8-part harmony, it's fantastic and it's rich and it's full and it's abundant. And this is what it is. Many parts coming through in a harmonious way. Many things coming together in a harmonious way. And many people in your tribe coming together more and more. And you're just in a more harmonious way altogether, your own self. Particularly after December. Particularly as you go into this energy of January. Where you're coming through with you holding this sort of integrity for yourself. You holding this sort of truth. And moving forward strongly, boldly. You can do no else. That's complete. That's what I've got. You're headed for 8-part harmony and you're learning it all along the way. It might seem like it's simple, but it's gorgeous. Yeah, that's what I got. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Holy moly, guys. Holy moly. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, so, and they landed high and dry is something that my mom, when we were kids, she would have us sing, and she would have us split into the 8-part harmony. And it was from the Statler Brothers Noah Found Grace song. And I don't know if they ever did it in 8-part harmony, but it was like this old goofy song. And it's something that it sounded so good to do, and it's surprisingly beautiful. So that's what I got. Edie, it's your birthday! Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday this whole damn week. That's excellent. That's excellent. Okay. And you want a blind? Okay, we will definitely do it for sure. Give me just 1 second. All right. Let me get this cleaned up, and I'll get some water, and we will figure out what we need to do. All right. For Edie's blind. 1 second. Okay. Okay, all right, hang on. 1 second. These little buggers don't want to come out. Okay. Okay. I don't know if this is the Dream Animal Oracle and the Folk Oracle and the Lemurian Oracle or what, but I think that's what I've got. So we are going to go here, then here, and then to the Lemurian, beyond Lemuria. Okay, for Edie, Blind Oracle. What does Edie need to know? Something is coming in as a sea glass green of the darker side. It's not quite teal, but it's lighter than teal, and it's not quite as translucent as sea glass. There's something coming through it. Ocean, ocean, ocean. Okay. Ocean, ocean, ocean coming through. This is like a depth of a heart issue coming forward. That's a good thing. There's, it's not just a happy heart. It's a depth of a heart thing coming through. It's like this color that you're seeing right here. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. Yeah, in this little cloud section looks very, very green. That's exact color. You've got the butterfly energy, the transformation, the readiness to fly, whether the wings have been occasionally tattered or whatever. The goo is now dry. The tiger energy is coming through. Huge, huge, huge. Now, here we have the meerkat. Now, the meerkat wants to say responsibility. It's been a little bit heavy, 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 and I'm telling you, the meerkat energy is coming in, but what's coming in a little bit stronger is the zebra's ass. Honestly. This is, you've been contrast, you've seen somebody's showing their ass to you a little bit much, or that somebody's been a little bit difficult to work with. You know what your part is, you know what your responsibility is, and you know what the contrast is now. So as you go forward, enjoy this. Now, my sister once sent me this card, and it had this zebra, and then it had this like beautiful flowers on the zebra, and it was beautiful to see the color in the contrast. You need to see more of the color. Let your heart see the color, not everything black and white, and you might allow yourself to see more colors in relating to others. You might allow yourself to see them with more compassion, more tenderness, more gentleness. This needs to be applied towards self a little bit to allow this transformation through, to allow this to go through for you. You've learned this lesson of wisdom, and you're starting to apply it a little bit more. The owl is here with the wisdom on the word, and the butterfly, does it say transformation? Is saying the soul. This is the soul transformation. And the tiger is saying the will. If you want this real transformation, it's not just soul identity coming through. You have to mix the yellow with the greenish teal color to get this blue. This is what's coming through, and this is something that you're doing quite beautifully. This is you learning to balance the thing that is contrasting of the two black and white ideas, balance the black and white ideas. Holding a paradox in your mind, holding two truths to be true at the same time is something that not many can do, but you do get it. You understand. Okay, good, good, good. All right, now we're going to go to the folk cards and see what they have to say for you. I'm getting something that's a really large parrot right now. Okay, what I'm getting is a really large macaw parrot that's just like the copycat parrot, the copycats that just blurts what everybody else is saying. This parrot is like a little bit of an asshole. So I think the parrot and the zebra are the same person that's showing their ass a lot. This one. I think this zebra, instead of being, this parrot, instead of being the beautiful colored parrot, it's just seeing things black and white, and it's just copycat saying whatever. So, you know when you get like somebody saying, I know you are, but what am I? And that kind of childishness. It's what they're doing. It's like, it's just repeating the same stupid shit. And this contrast and this colorful parrot that could be doing any number of things with its voice. A parrot has the ability to voice many, many things, and to actually even have a conversation with a human and, you know, speak what's going on. And this particular parrot is kind of a dick. This particular parrot is just doing what it needs to have a conversation. And it's having more fun just doing this copycat nonsense rather than having conversation. Give it a little bit of time. Unfortunately, I understand the paradox. I'm glad you do. I'm glad. Okay, let's see what the folks have to say here. There's beginnings happening now for you. It says adjustment, shedding, and new release. Look at this in the garden. all this wisdom. Now we saw before the white snake that came through before, and then we see things about shedding and wisdom coming through. This is like cosmic egg, cosmic snake, the infinity loop coming through again. And this is, you're on the slope where you're about to slide into a beginning. Like even if you're just doing that figure 8 on its side, if you're doing that, pretty soon you find yourself in the motion, and you'll find, yeah, if this is a motion that you do, like as you're drawing it out, as you're doing it with your hands, if you're doing this, let your mind just kind of do this while you're doing this. You'll find that the tumblers click down when you're doing this stupid motion. It's just making the 8 of the cosmic snake. You don't have to do it so fast. But if you do it and you get yourself, you'll feel the roll in the motion. And when you feel that roll in the motion, pay attention, take stock of where your thought was in doing this. This is specific to you. Like some people would do like this, but you do it if you do this kind of motion. Now, like I love to knit. If I'm knitting or crocheting, either way, knitting particularly I love to do, it's very meditative for me. The tumblers drop, things drop down. Sometimes if you're doing with 2 hands, it's a little bit better, but if you're forming that figure 8, whatever this is, I don't know why you know to do this or why you used to do this. It feels like something you are familiar with, this practice and this easy trick. It's a hack for you. It's a hack that helps you get yourself centered, helps you get yourself grounded, meditative, really quickly, and gets you aware of the thought that the universe wants to drop down. Wild. Okay. The hidden. This is coming out from the hidden. And this is saying, wisdom elements, fairy, and it says uncover. Now look at this. This is the 2 that want to come forward. First you have this one. Taking the time to figure out what's that thought. Then taking the time to figure out what are you going to reveal. What remains hidden and what do you reveal? Both of these as you. Beautiful, strong cards. Beautiful, strong cards. Okay. Yes. All right, we're going to the Lemurian cards now. What do we got for you? Wow, honey, I don't know how to tell you any plainer. Blue butterfly is something huge for you. Morpho butterfly, blue morpho. This is something coming through. There's balance. There's energetic stuff coming through. This is stuff where it is coming through big time. The transformation energy. This is throat chakra saying express your truth. Let me look at this for just a minute. Okay, I'm just going to read this because it's a short little bit, but I'm going to read it. It's important. It says, chakra is the origin of expression, the source of life, the spark that inspires your aliveness and stokes the creative fires in others. This is the thing. Your transformation not only gives you wings, but shows your wings to others, unfurls that for others, and helps them to let their goo dry off of their wings so they're able to fly as well. This is huge. That's what I want from this card. This one. Crown chakra, unlimited self. It says, here you can delight in the divine strands of light that dance with us when we are aligned with spirit. Flow without rigid outcomes. Find more space in your life and find your own way to meditate. I kid you not. Do you see that? It's right here. Find your own way to meditate. This is crown chakra opening up. Okay, I'm flipping this for a minute. That is ridiculous. After having that come through in that way, it's just ridiculous. Okay, hang on. Okay, something else that you can do. If you want to light sacred fire, imagine like a fire being lit. You know the electric fires that we have in electric fireplaces and we can see the different colors of the flame? Imagine it going, this is going to help. That's not a technical term. But imagine the fire lighting and the colors different, lighting up. This is, you know this one way to meditate. You know this snake balance thing, the thought. You also know how to fire up things, fire up the mind. Allow the energy that would be like the northern lights or the cosmic lights to dance through the mind and allow that to come through in a very opening and crowning kind of way. Understand your place when you are the place at the hearth. Understand what this is about for you. When you are at the place of the hearth, and I'm saying hearth, not heart, hearth, where your home sanctuary, whatever that space is, that is your sacred space that you create. understand when you are at that hearth space, and you can find it in many places, but particularly in your home, you know where it is, where you can be more centered and more chill, then light the fire there. This is something huge for you. I don't know what that's about. That is what's come through. Anything else? She's got it. Okay, you've got it. That's what you've got. Holy cow. That was unexpected and flat gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. So light it up like the different kinds of color of flame when you can at your own hearth space, wherever that is. Now, sometimes, like when I was raising kids, I couldn't even get a minute to pee by myself. Sometimes I'd go in my car around the block and just take a moment for quiet, whatever it is. If you need to get that, you get that. It's important for you. And do whatever it is that is your way of dialing in. And then listen. Listen, not deeply, not sharply, but just listen. Listen to what it is that's quiet. Whether it's a car going by, whether it's birds chirping and squawking with each other, whether it's little children playing. Listen, take the time to observe. It will help. You're so welcome. That was just flat beautiful. I loved it. That was gorgeous. That was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Absolute stunner of a read. Yeah, and this was that. So there you go. All right. Kim, how are we doing, honey? All right. I know, right? That's the pocket version of Beyond Lemuria cards. And they are just beautiful to meditate, to just look at them and meditate on them. Just on what they look like is great. And the big ones are gorgeous, but they don't have the print on the back. You have the book that you can run through whatever. So whichever you like, but they're good. So it's clear. Okay. Let's do a last call, and I'll do one for the collective. And then if nobody's on the list, then we'll just call it a day. But so we'll do this as last call for right now to get on the list. And I'm going to pull some cards for the collective in just a minute. We have the Lorenzi Tarot in my hand. I'm going to show it to you. This is not a beginner's tarot. This is one that I got, and this is the one we're doing the collective from. It's gorgeous. It's very visceral. It has like a dystopian dream versus what's going actually on. So the ancestors versus what we're actually living in and through right now. That's what's going on here. Do I have a big surprise out of my new card selection? I don't know. We'll find out. This one is one of the news, and I inked the edges. I can feel that they're still a little bit damp. But this is the Lorenzi. So we'll see what's coming through. This one, it's you don't want to learn on this deck, but it is beautiful, and it takes you to a different storied place. In fact, I'm going to show you a few of the cards so you get what we're saying before we go into the read, but I'm just going to show you some of them. It's called the Lorenzi Tarot. It doesn't necessarily make sense unless you treat it like being in the dream space or being in the liminal space. It won't necessarily read like the others. And it's good that the bottom is so easy to read, whatever it is, whether it's, you know, this of that suit or a major or whatever. And she's got this heart through here, and it's very visceral looking, very anatomical, not the heart shape that we put on Valentine's, but very anatomical. And I think it adds to this notion of how fragile we are, how easy our heart can be broken or take things in and have things wound or hurt or sometimes fester, and how we need to release. Now look at this. And she doesn't always have, like, she might have, is this a 3? It's the 4. It's the 4 of Swords, and you can see the hearts there, but she has 3 birds. So this one, for some people, is a little bit confusing on that because she'll use the illustration and the symbol of the suit, but sometimes it's not always jiving with the correct number. So I would never, if you wanted this, read it straight oracle, you could, but I would never recommend this as a beginner deck, although it's gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. Look at it. Okay, so we're going to go into this. Now let me give this a little bit of a shuffle. Yeah, they are beautiful, and it's Irene Lorenzi. Okay, this is what we're seeing, guys. Hopefully you can see it. The battle should not do away with the harmony that is to come, do away with the legacy that is to come. This Three of Pentacles is standing out as teamwork, but it only shows two people. If you've ever seen giraffes try and battle, they like swing their long necks at each other to establish dominance, and it shouldn't come at the cost of harmony is what I'm getting. A lot of people feeling out in the cold, a lot of people losing a sense of pride and feeling like they're separated, losing their sense of what their self is, and I don't know how to say this without sounding real preachy and pompous, so take it for what's trying to be offered. A lot of people have lost their sense of dignity or respect or place or worth, and we can help restore that. It's not because we're better than them, so don't get me twisted on that. It's because it needs to be nurtured again in the collective. The people need to be honored for doing what they're doing. Paying a compliment is better than getting in an argument. And it can't be an insincere or false compliment. But we need to look for ways to lift each other. You've heard me say this, and I will say it till I die. There are times that we need to lift each other, help each other, and look to those that need lifted. And there are those that we would rather contend with or have contention with, or those that are being maybe idiotic or bigoted or just ignorant, that need more compassion than you realize. There are those that would cause us irritation, and they need more compassion. It doesn't mean we're pushovers or that we roll over or that they get their way or they don't, or they get to disrespect. But what it means is some of them out there, some people have lost their way in the world and they don't know how to find themselves again. And this is where offering a little bit of compassion and love to them can help them find their way back a little bit. Whether it's somebody that is homeless, whether it's somebody that's lost their job, whether it's somebody that has just had a devastating loss in their family or a health diagnosis. Sometimes the Karens of the world are Karen and they don't know better because they've just always been that way. Sometimes we catch people in a Karen moment. I mean, everybody has moments where they're an asshole. This is where you extend a little bit of grace to the asshole. And if you can't extend grace to the asshole, you can at least step back and not engage in the same way that's contentious, which might be all they need to shift. Four of Pentacles coming through. Now this is something about holding on too tight and not letting the abundance actually flow. It's something about a blockage that is in the way. We need to let things flow. And not just tempers rise, but emotions actually flow. When we get dug in, stubbornly positioned in the game of I'm right and they're wrong, we hold to our own opinions so much we don't make room to see or to try to understand their view, whoever they may be. This may be a different person entirely than this person. We're talking about how we engage with others right now, currently as a society. We need to open our heart, reveal a little bit of our vulnerability, reveal a little bit of why they might see the things they see, and let them know that there's room for all, that there, you know, somebody said something about ordering something from the catalog of the universe, and as if we would all order the same damn thing. That's what I think gets people crazy and gets them in this greedy, fear-mongering nonsense. So I have a sister. I have many sisters, but this one sister loves to travel, loves to fly here, there, and everywhere, loves to travel. Me, I would prefer not to be on a plane. I'll go on a road trip, but I like to have my own home space, right? So for her, her perfect dream that she might want, for her dream, for her fabulous, the universe is rewarding me now, might be a trip to the Bahamas. To me, it'd be like, I'll stay home. This is kind of how it goes. And everybody thinks, oh, there's going to be a huge run on everything, and there's not enough, there's not enough. Not everybody thinks this, but sometimes it's out there. It's this card, there's not enough, there's not enough, there's not enough. Oh my hell, there's so much creativity in the world. The human resource is the most important resource, and not everybody wants the same thing. It's important for us to remember this. The Three of Wands. Now this is the one I call the Santa Fe burger. And in this deck, it looks like this. She has a lot of two of a kind going on cards, even though they're the 3 card, to, I think, help illustrate duality and to help illustrate what's gone on before historically or in the ancient times versus in the now time, that kind of opposition. But this is the Three of Wands. This is the Santa Fe Burger. This is trusting the universe to bring forward what it is that you have already ordered, what you've already asked for, what you already want to create. Trust the universe to do this. Don't get caught so up on the waiting that the impatience gets the better of you. While you wait, you're not meant to just look and be looking on the shore and doing nothing else. You are meant to be creating other things as well along the way. It's important to honor this while you wait. Use that meantime and in the meanwhile to make it matter and make it have meaning. The Two of Wands here. This is gorgeous. If you have two versions of yourself trying to war for place and space, then neither version is correct or complete. If one is always yielding to the you of the past, or one is always trying to yield to the you of the future, are you very present? No. The Two of Wands is wondering if there's life out there. How do you make the plan? How do you do the baby steps? How do you move forward? And first, get yourself out of the present. Then get yourself out of the past. Where's your ass? Get yourself very, very present in the now. In the right now. What are you doing? Are you doing what you're called to do in this day, in this now moment? Are you doing what serves your heart's delight in this now moment? Do the little thing that you can do. Create the plan, but don't be stuck on the plan. I don't need my 10-year plan. Do you have a 10-year plan? Do you have a 5-year plan? Do you have a plan? Do you have a plan? What the fuck? Chill. Allow yourself to be in the now moment and doing the best that you can, and you know what your best is. It's not what somebody else dictates or thinks is your best. You know what is best for you, and you know what your best is to offer. Combine those two, and then you've got a working plan for pretty much damn well anything. Okay, the Three of Pentacles we talked about. Now we return to this one, the Five of Swords. This is the difficult card. Sometimes people see magpies as only thieves. Depending the culture you're in, they're seen as good luck or bad luck, right? This is showing the three magpies. If they were working together, they could collect a whole lot for a whole lot of things. They could collect all the shiny things they wanted. But if they're working separately, they can't. This is the Five of Swords. And in the guidebook, she talks a little bit about thievery, which would be like more of a Seven of Swords kind of thing. What I would say is we rob ourselves if we try and prove how right we are to somebody that is not ready to listen. We rob ourselves if we try and prove how right we are when we can just honor what it is that is our truth and honor what it is that we need to go forward with, honor what it is that is our heart. And if we need to get off the fucking battlefield and not battle, don't battle. Don't stick around waiting for somebody to add insult to injury, and don't insult them and think it's going to do any better. Oh, I'm right and you're wrong and this is why, and ha ha ha. You don't win. It's a battle that's ruthless, that doesn't serve anyone ultimately. Now, if these three magpies could get it together and go for the shiny objects and actually have teamwork instead of like these guys crashing and colliding, if they all got their little three shiny things and went together, that'd be great. Again, the challenge is teamwork rather than the bullies on the battlefield. The challenge is to lift with compassion in a way that you still assert what it is that you need, but you don't have to shame or make wrong somebody else. You just have to do what it is you need to do and hold the line, hold the light, hold that for others. Ask, why would it matter? I know that there are people that are caught up in issues at the right, wrong. And it is time for us to remember how we work together as human beings, as all connected. Again, I want one more from this. The Divine Feminine is rolling forward and is ushered in. Some people are like, when is the Divine Feminine coming in? The Divine Feminine is already here, folks. I don't know that you can think that it's not here. The Divine Feminine is hugely in the energy. There has been a shift. There has been a change. And it has been shifted and changed for a long time. But more and more people are aware of this now. The shift is already there. When we hold the light for others, we are working with the Divine Feminine, creating better future for all of us, better space and place for us on the individual level, for our communities, for our friends, for our families, for our lovers, for our relationships. When we remember how connected we all are, that is something that is a gift of the Divine Feminine. How would it not be? The Two of Swords. Some people are at the crossroads and they need to make the choice. Now this one, if you look, the connection, what cuts one cuts all, what helps one helps all. Ultimately, it doesn't mean be walked on or not hold to your truth, but see the value in those who teach you through their stubbornness, through them being an asshole, through those who teach you through unpleasantness. There's still much to be learned, and if we don't get the lesson, it only repeats. Just like if they don't get the lesson, it only repeats. And sometimes the lesson is step back. Anything else? Two of Cups. This one is like the twin mermaids, and again, she uses the twos on a lot of things. This one, where indecisiveness and a lack of decision, a lack of courage at the crossroads creates loss. This is courage at the crossroads and finding how to incorporate, work together, unite, and coming equally, offering equally, and bringing beauty forward and allowing others to bring their beauty forward too. Very, very much allowing others to be there to help shoulder each other. What you might feel strongly and passionately about, somebody might feel equally strongly and passionate about in the opposite direction, and not out of trying to be just a jerk, but out of sometimes a genuine fear or a genuine ignorance. And just because that you know a thing or they may be ignorant doesn't mean we're the ones that need to remind them of that. They need to feel their way into reconnection, some people. And I don't know how to explain it any better. There is something that the love at its truest sense, not sugarcoating, love at its truest sense, when it's offered, when understanding, when grace is offered, from the truest place of the heart, when it is offered deeply, genuinely, when grace is offered, there can be nothing but love, even though you may not always understand those who you have contention with or those who you have strife with. If you allow the love to be the bigger energy, that is when grace comes through. That's what I've got. That is complete. That is beautiful. You will know how it resonates in the different avenues of your life, in the different areas, in the different relationships of your life. Always, I want you guys to be true to yourselves. Always love yourself. Always know the universe is really genuinely working for you. It's genuinely conspiring for all of us to grow and expand. And love is the force that does that. So that's what I've got. Gosh, got me a little bit teary there. Okay. Well, I think that's it for today. I didn't see anything else come through, and I think the collective, that's a good place to leave it. So, Kim, did you see anything else come through? I don't know if Kim is still in the house. I think she might be, but I think we are probably, I think we're done. There we go, Kim. Okay, we're going to call it a day, and I will see you guys Wednesday at 11. Big love to all of you. Have a fabulous, fabulous day. Mwah. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Bye, guys. You're welcome, Edie.